Hey, good evening, folks, and welcome to tonight's show. And my special guest tonight's Mike Cox.
Hello, Dad.
And there's a little story behind that. And okay, Dad, you've got to see the special guest now. So anyway, I want to say hello to Dad and Bill and Polly and Gay up there in Clinton. But Mike went by and got my dad all tore up this afternoon and told him I wanted to know if he was going to watch the show tonight. And he said no. And Mike told him, said, well, said, you might ought to watch it. Said, we're going to have a special guest. Yeah. Which it led to a lot of other things. And anyway, Mike's my special guest tonight. So, Dad, I hope you're watching. I hope to be by and check on you tomorrow afternoon. Oh, Lordy. Folks, let me tell you something here. Getting what's on my mind. I'll try to remind you again at the end of the show. Next Thursday night, next Thursday's election day, and so we won't have a Let's Go Fishing show Thursday night. There'll be election results reported here on the station, and so they owe us one. So we'll have to double dip on that the following week, Mike.
Oh, yeah.
We might just have an all-night fish-a-thon or something. You can't never tell.
It'll work.
And, well, okay. Herschel said Mike would have to learn how to operate the control room. But anyway, remember that, we won't have a show next Thursday night because of the election. And that's a good reason not to be here.
Yeah.
Need to exercise our right to vote and that kind of thing. So we got Bill and I and Mike and Brad were on Norris again Saturday night, and Mike and Brad got up there late, and Bill and I were kind of up in the back of Lost Creek, and they were just putting in. It was probably 10:30, yeah. So they didn't have a camera.
No.
Didn't have a camera. So they didn't get to help us out on some film. So what little bit we got, Bill and I got it. And then, it came that storm through there about 2:30, I guess, something like that. The wind got rough. And so we ran down the lake a couple of miles and stopped and put our rain suits on and come on into the boat trailer and loaded up, Mike.
Yeah. We didn't really do all that good. We caught 6 fish, I think it was, and but they was good fish.
Yeah.
It was pretty slow for us. We kept swapping baits, trying to find something that they really wanted to hit good, and we never did find nothing other than the basic stuff we was throwing to start with.
Mm-hmm.
Seemed like every time we went back to it, we'd catch a fish, and then we'd go for an hour and wouldn't catch one, and then finally we'd catch another. We found a couple of spots that had a few fish on them. I think that storm coming in, no moonlight, wind blowing pretty hard and everything, it was pretty rough fishing there.
Well, we Bill and I done the same thing pretty much. We had a slow start, thinking they were going to be biting a little better than they were, and we kind of got off to a slow start, and then made a few bait changes and this, that, and the other, and picked up a fish here and one there, and then got on a couple of places there and got 3 or 4 off of one place, and I think we caught 7, maybe. I know we counted 7. I believe it was 7 off of one spot right there.
Yeah.
And just a little place there that we, knew was there, raised up and a little hump there, and we pulled in on it there in about 26 foot of water, 27, maybe 28 foot of water, and we wound up just kind of circling that thing, and I think we had 7, and plus had missed a few more, had several jump off just on that one spot. It's just like you said, you could fish 3 acres and never get a bite, and then pull in on a dadgum place not as big as a truck bed or something and catch 2 or 3 fish.
Yes, sure.
So, it's kind of puzzling there a little bit, just tell you the truth about it. But the wind got real, it got rough out there on the sea. I mean, it come up from Andersonville blowing towards Lost Creek, and it was rough. So we'll have to talk about what we did do here after we watch the film. So we'll do that. Herschel, if you would, start the film, and then we'll come back and talk about maybe what we caught them on. Okay, folks, you can see we got the one light burning here at the launch ramp, so undoubtedly they haven't been fixed yet. All right, Bill, we fixed to get in the water here.
That's all right, old boy. I'm looking forward to it.
All right, we'll go out here and see what we can come up with. Maybe we'll have a better trip than we did last week.
Yeah, yeah, that's the truth.
All right. All right, folks, old Bill's got a fish on right here.
Oh,
yeah, buddy.
Nice one too, buddy.
Yep, boy.
Yeah, he's a nice one. Come out of that. Come out, well, that's about time, you rascal. Show yourself.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Bill. That's gone.
That's it. Look at him on TV.
Yeah,
I'm
boy.
pretty good in old buddy.
Yeah, buddy. Yes, sir. That is a good one. Oh, man. Oh.
All right, old buddy.
Yes, sir, Bill. That's a nice one.
Yes, sir. He sure is. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I can get that. He just got that. He just pulled it down there. And just.
Yes, sir. Cattail.
Okay, son.
Yeah. You need the pliers?
Huh?
You need the
I
pliers?
was hoping I didn't. But he pulled that thing down in there, son.
Oh, yeah. Boy.
Oh, hey Steve, we're gonna have to
Do something?
now.
All right, hold on. Hold
Yeah.
on. Okay.
Yeah, we
All right, Bill. Bill's got another fish on here, Bill.
looks like he's pretty nice, and him coming toward the top there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, man. I reckon that is. Buddy, that is a dandy, Bill.
That's right.
Oh, man. Golly,
Right.
boy, I reckon. Oh, buddy. Oh, still fishing. All right, Bill.
Right,
There he is.
buddy. Let's see here.
Got him?
Got him. Got you,
All
buddy.
right.
Got you.
Man. Yes, sir, buddy. That is a nice one, Bill.
Yes, sir.
Sure is.
Look at that little old purple fly.
I see that. I see that. Yeah, boy. All right, man. That's a nice
purple
one.
fly with a little black chunk
Chunk
on
on
it.
it. Okay, buddy Bill, that looks good. Let me get this camera focused back here a little bit. Yeah. Now then, buddy. Got you, old boy.
Okay, old buddy, we're going to put him back.
All right, put him back in the water.
Catch him the next time.
I heard that. That's a dandy, Bill. All right, folks. There's another smallmouth, Bill.
Yes, sir, old buddy. We finally got into a few fish.
Yeah, we have.
It took a while, but they've sort of come alive.
Yeah, sure have.
That's 4 fish off in this one place right here.
Yeah, it is, Bill. That sure is. And I feel like there's some more here, don't you?
Oh, I do too. Yeah.
All right.
It's 4 plus.
That's right. Yeah, plus we had that and your license just jumped off, didn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
All right, back to water. Folks, so Bill's got another fish on here. Yeah,
Looks like pretty nice.
pretty nice one. Oh yeah, man. That go. Yeah, that is a nice one, Bill. That go.
Yes, sir.
Get him on the camera here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. Boy, that is a nice one. All right, Billy.
All right, old buddy.
Yes, sir.
Let's see here.
You got him.
I got him, buddy. Got him.
All right.
Yes, sir.
That is a nice one. Sure is.
Yes, sir, old buddy. He's got his weight back pretty good
He
now.
has, yeah. That fish has got a good belly on him
Yes,
there.
sir. He sure been eating good.
Yeah,
He's
buddy.
been eating good, old buddy.
All right, Bill.
All right, go back in there and grow up. I'll
Okay.
be after you 5 years from now, old buddy.
That's 6 fish we've caught right here on this one
Right-
spot.
Right
huh?
here on this one place.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
We'll see if we can get some more, Bill.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Uh-huh.
sir, old buddy.
All right, folks. Bill's got another fish on here, back-to-back cast. Bill, that's pretty dang good.
I don't know what I got.
Oh shoot. Uh-oh. I don't know what the
I
devil
ain't
this is here.
I got another fish, but I don't know what it is.
Oh yeah, I know one of these.
He's what we're looking
Yeah,
for.
yes sir.
Yeah, he's a dandy too.
Yeah, buddy. Oh man. Yeah, boy. That Bill, that's a nice one.
Yes, sir. old
I mean a good. All right.
Oh, buddy,
That is a good one, Bill.
yeah, shoot, I tell you
Sure
right
is,
now,
old boy.
He is a good one.
Yeah, man.
I
All
catch
right.
him. I catch him all night.
I heard that. That was back-to-back cast right there. That's
Yeah.
2 good fish. Yeah.
Yes,
I believe
sir.
we might have found something. All right, we'll get him off and back in the
7.
water. 7 fish off this one spot.
Yes, sir.
Sure is. All right,
Might be 7, 8 more out there. We're gonna check them.
we're gonna check them, Bill.
Yeah.
All right, folks, we're back, and Mike, you know, I hated that storm run us in because
Yeah.
we was just kind of getting on something, and I mean that thing just come out of nowhere, and you could hear the leaves rustling on the trees and sticks breaking and limbs out of the trees and everything else there. I mean, it just blowed in on us just real quick.
Yes.
Just all of a sudden it was there, and we started hunting for raincoats and this, that, and the other, and thought we'd run down the lake down there and get out of it, but it seemed like the closer towards the boat ramp we got, the worse it got.
It sure did.
Yeah. So we didn't get out of it like we intended to, and honestly, Bill and I talked about getting under the boat slip up there and then under the dock there in Lost Creek, and we thought, well, you know, this thing's supposed to get started, and really it was supposed to move in there Saturday night and last on up into the wee morning hours of the next day or Sunday there, and we thought, you know, if we sat there for 2 hours, why? But then as we got loaded up and headed down the road, it calmed down, and then we got to talking about, well, we wish we'd stayed.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I thought it was.
One of them deals, and it run us off the lake, and then time we got to Clinton, why, shoot, it's calm and had rained a little heavier, but you know, we could have stood that, kept out of that wind. But yeah, we got to saying, heck, we wished we'd went ahead and set it out.
There was some bad lightning come in there
There
too.
was some bad lightning come in there. They sure was. It was dancing around there everywhere. I started getting my camera out and trying to film some of it, and I was afraid to get it wet, so I didn't do that. And but it makes it rough trying to film and stuff on that. Let's when it's raining.
When it's
Especially,
raining.
yeah, especially you just can't do it. There's just no way. You can't keep nothing dry and that kind of thing.
Main part was locating them spots that them fish was on. I mean, it's like you say, the humps seem to be better than the points right now.
Yeah,
And staying close to that deep water, I think has got a lot to do with it. And, seeing the shad and stuff in there on the locator and stuff, you know.
right.
Your depth finder, you'd see them shad in there a lot.
I definitely agree with that, Mike. We saw, you know, fish on the depth finder, and what aggravated us more than anything is a couple of places we had a lot of fish on the locator, but we couldn't get them to bite.
Yeah.
You know, they just didn't want to cooperate, but we had a slow start, like I said earlier, but we finally got on a place or two there that had some fish on it and got to catching them, and we done a bait change. We went to some higher flies, and Bill was throwing the red and black with a little bit of red in it, and that kind of thing. I was throwing a black and red spinner bait, and I think I had a brown jig on with a root beer trailer.
Yeah.
On another rod, and all that kind. And then Bill wound up changing again. He had a purple.
Yeah.
Fly on there with a black chunk, and he caught several fish on that. So. You know, it was definitely the watermelon was out. We never. I don't think we got a bite on the watermelon. And you explain how them fish just for several weeks up there, 2 months. That was the main color that we could catch our fish on, and now you can't get a bite on.
Well, I noticed that we probably spent too much time on one spot trying different baits, thinking, well, the fish is here, we just ain't got the right color on. And then when we did move to another spot, that all of a sudden we was catching fish. So, you know, I think it was more where you was fishing at than it was what you was throwing.
Yeah.
And I'm like you, that watermelon, I never got a strike on it at all. I kept going back to it, trying it, and just didn't do no good on it at all.
I don't know. When they left it, and they left it quick. You know, we was throwing it there. We started out throwing it, and the other there Saturday afternoon, and buddy, we never got. I don't know that we caught a fish on it. Just tell you the truth about it. I don't remember even getting a head on it.
The places seem to be more to me than anything, because you was talking about Bill fishing the purple. Well, I fished purple on purple, purple on black. I fished the red and black and several other colors and combinations that I'd tried, but we was all on one large hump there. We'd circled around 3 or 4 times. We ended up catching, I think, 4 fish off of it, and missed a few more, but as soon as we moved to that next place, it went back to that brown with the root beer on it, and caught 2 more fish off of it, and Brad was throwing green pumpkin with the watermelon trailers on it, and he caught one, and then had a whole another dandy there that got off on him. So,
right.
Location seemed to be more than anything.
Yeah, I think that's true too, because we fished. We started out on one of the best places that I never go up in there unless I fish that place, because I always catch fish there, and we never caught a fish off of it.
Yep.
You know, and Bill couldn't believe it either. He caught a bunch of fish there too, and we never caught a fish off of it. Had a strike on the spinner bait the first cast I made with it, and I don't know how that fish kept from getting hooked up, but he didn't, and I threw it and never got another bite off of it. And we started throwing the jigs on it, which he was throwing a jig and I was throwing the spinner bait, and then I couldn't get a bite, so I started throwing my jig and couldn't get a bite, so we left that place and stopped on another point there, and I think we picked up a small fish or 2, and then we went back in there on a hump and caught 3 or 4 fish off of that, and in the next place we stopped, I think we caught them 7 caught 7 off of it and missed several more, and then the storm hit us.
Yeah, and all of our fish still right there around that 25 foot. Some of them might have been a little bit shallower than that. Some of them right there at 30, you know. They just right there in that same range again. It didn't seem like they moved any.
Yeah.
As far as depth-wise, it just getting on the right locations.
Right. Well, you know, I just going to tell you folks, if you're going up there and fish this weekend, don't be afraid. You know, don't be afraid to change color.
No.
I mean, if you're not getting a bite, sit down there and swap something. The reds, the purples, a solid black has always been a mainstay up there for us. I mean, when you didn't know what to throw black. Well, yeah, that ain't working either.
No.
Because I throwed it a bunch, and you said Brad throwed it a bunch.
Brad throwed it all night.
And he even called me there and told me to ask Bill. I said, why won't these fish hit this black fly up here?
Yep.
You know, that's always been a go-to bait, a black spinner bait or a black fly, and buddy, they won't touch it.
Won't touch it
And
at
I
all.
don't know. I can't explain it, but they just don't want it. And a black with a brown chunk, a black and black, a black with a red chunk, even a black with a frog chunk.
Yeah, a few years back, that black
like
with a
them
frog was the only thing you had to throw up there.
That was it. You know, yeah. Now you can't get a bite on it. So, you know, they're changing. They change, folks. Yeah, I guarantee you. You know, they'll get on something and then they'll get off of it, and you've got to hunt up something that they will bite. So there you go. I did hear a report today. They are catching some fish up there on the worm. I haven't thrown a worm any. I throwed mine in the boat there a couple of weeks ago, but I haven't rigged one up yet, but I may have to. And they're catching fish in their shallow on the plastic worm now, Mike. So, you know, let's see, what was it he said? Yeah, June bug.
Fishing for largemouth.
Yeah, June. Well, actually, it's catching smallmouth on
Was
it. Yeah, sure was. The June bug worm in their shallow caught 4 or 5 largemouth, they said, but most of the fish said they must have caught 20 smallmouth on it.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. They just had a good time. I don't think he had any great big ones or anything like that, but they just caught a lot of fish, you know, and that kind of thing. So there you go. And let's see, who else? Yeah, and another feller told me they was catching some big largemouth out there in that 30, 35 foot of water on the old monster.
Yeah, they're catching watch bar like that.
Yeah.
Out there, 25, 30 foot.
Right. So
big worm.
There you go. You know, you got different things there that you might catch some fish on if you make the trip there. That's about the gist of the fishing. So we're going to turn the phones on here, and while we're waiting on them to get lit up, Herschel, you want to show us those pictures from Rocky Top Outdoors? All right.
Yeah. Doing the archery thing, ain't you?
All right, folks. Those pictures that you looked at there are from Rocky Top Outdoors, and what the deal is up there, they're having a Tuesday night. That was last week's archery shoot, Mike, and they're having it every Tuesday night at 6 o'clock. And for $5, you can go in there and it's kind of like a tournament.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, you enter the thing and they shoot till dark. I get tired one, Andrew said. And you can pay up, so you know, it's competition shooting, and you can get in the archery shooting. It starts every Tuesday night at 6 o'clock. And also, his archery range is open year round, and it's see, how was that? I think it's $5 per day, or $30 for the year. And he's got 10 different lanes up there to shoot in. It's outdoors, and So, you know, if you're in, you guys, you bow hunters, you fishermen and bow hunters, you combination guys, you know, if you want somewhere to shoot, get up there and visit Rocky Top Outdoors and get your bow tuned in and all that good stuff. And he's got a full line of bows, the G5s, and that kind of thing. So you can shoot for $5 a day or $25 a year for membership fee on using the archery lanes and that kind of thing. Plus, he's got a big shipment in of old monster worms. If you want interested in some of that fishing tackle, you got a shop full of that. But he did tell me you just got a fresh order of the old monster worms in up there, Mike, along with all the other Zoom products and major brands of fishing stuff. And he's also said he'd meet or beat Bass Pro Shop's prices. So, you know, that kind of stuff. And they got custom arrows and bow work and that kind of thing. So, you know, if you're interested in getting into that archery stuff up there at Rocky Top, give them just, you know, swing by there and check them out. Got plenty of room to shoot up there, and they do have the Tuesday night archery tournament going on. So Andrew may call in here. He and I talked this afternoon, and he's going to try to catch the show, and he may call us in here in a few minutes, Mike, and say hello. So we'll move right along with that. Next thing I wanted to bring up, folks, was these lights at the launch ramp up there, Mike.
Yeah.
We have, you know, run around the tree here trying to get those lights burning. I made a few phone calls yesterday and got a hold of a friend of mine, and he, what my question was did that ramp belong to TVA, or who did it belong to?
Yeah.
And he first said, I don't know. I'll have to call and make some phone calls, and I'll call you back. Well, then I said, okay. So he called me back about 15 minutes later. He said, hey, the boat ramp was TVA, or it's TWRA's, and so TVA had leased it, from what he found out, to TWRA. They have control of the ramp. They've got their signs up there, and you know, I've looked at that sign a million times, but I never really looked at it close. And when he brought it to my attention, it made sense. So anyway, they're supposed to fix the lights up there for us. He made his contact, and that guy told him, said give us a day or two, and we'll get them burning. So maybe we'll get that situation taken care of and get us a point of contact so that when they do go out, we can call them and get them taken care of. You know, it's election time, and we need to get them lights fixed, Mike.
That's right. That's right.
We need one of these politicians to step up and say, hey, I'll take care of it for you, and you know, remember me when you go to the polls.
That's right.
Because we do need those lights burning. There's a lot of people. I'm telling you, folks, when you pull in there on Saturday afternoon, on a pretty weekend, that place is you meet boats all the way from Clinton to the boat ramp.
Sure do.
Coming off of there, you know, pontoon boats, pleasure boats, jet skis. And most of them's coming from that ramp. And then when you turn off there at Andersonville, headed over to the ramp, it's just boat after boat.
It sure is.
Or some kind.
Yeah.
And every time you get to the boat ramp, it's 3/4 full.
Still, yeah, there's 50 or more sitting there.
Yeah, 50 or more sitting there in the parking lot. And so, you know, there's a lot of people that use that ramp. And that road still needs some maintenance up there. They did go through there and shovel some blacktop in those potholes, you know, where the dirt was showing through, because it's not the asphalt's only about 1 inch thick. Yeah. Well, okay, Mike. So I exaggerated a little bit. So anyway, but yeah, we need some road maintenance done up there too, folks. If you know somebody that can help us, help that situation, please pass it along to them. Because there is a lot of people that use that facility up there, and we got to keep the road up and keep the lights burning, Mike.
Yeah, well, you got that quarter-mile stretch between Anderson County and TVA property right there. It belongs to Union County, and they got to drive 10 miles into Anderson County to come back all the way around to do anything to the road. It's kind of about out of their way.
Go fix it.
To go fix it, yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you. It sure is. But anyway, you people, you politicians that's involved in fishing and what have you, North Lake Task Force, you know what we're up against up there. So any help you can give us will be appreciated, I guarantee you. But hopefully we'll get the lights burning. If my buddy's friend told him the deal, and in a few days we ought to have the lights burning. So we'll look forward to that next Saturday night, Mike.
Yep.
If we make it up there.
If we make it up there, depending on the weather.
Yeah, and I don't know. Me and Bill talked about maybe we ought to hit over there below Loudon Dam.
That'd be a good place. Down Watch Bar, be a good place.
Yeah, we may try to venture off somewhere different, and then we'd be wishing we was back up there on North.
Well, that's true too. That's true too.
We'll kind of leave.
We was even considering Chickamauga there, depending on the weather,
Yeah,
If it won't let us fish Saturday night, we was thinking.
Yeah.
May go Chickamauga or something.
Well,
daytime.
Yeah, that wouldn't be too bad a trip either, Mike. I'd just like to fish a little closer myself, but we'll see. If the weather comes in here raining Saturday night, we may have to change our plan.
Change the plans.
Without a doubt. But the lights there at the boat ramp, I wanted to bring that to your attention for sure. Let's see, there's a couple other things here that I wanted to mention. Definitely, I want to mention my sponsors. I hadn't got to talk about them in the last. I know what it was. Before I get to my sponsors. We had this invasive species things over here a few weeks back. I just wanted to remind everybody about don't stop. About dumping. You dumping your bait. Want to make sure we don't do that. Throwing your bait back in the lake and that kind of things, and clean your trailer off. If you're somewhere tracking grass or what might be. Something that we don't want in our area lakes, make sure you do that. I meant to remind everybody about this last week, but I pulled up my little old stop here and stop the spread of harmful aquatic plants and animals, protect their waters, and self-check. So I meant to bring that up last week, and I forgot to. I think we run short of time or something there, Mike, whatever you done. But I wanted to bring that up for sure. But I did want to mention the sponsors. Jay's Thrift and More down on the west side there, West Side Plaza. The gentleman that runs that business, Jason Williams, he's all time getting stuff in. I see him about every day. You can get go by there if you're looking for something. Like I said, they may not have but one of it, but they've got about everything. They go to these auctions and sales and stuff and pick up items and this, that, and the other, and have some donated to them. So got all kinds of clothes down there, so remember them. We've talked about Rocky Top, Reynolds Racing Marine. Glenn's had his boats and stuff on sale, Mike, all month.
You got some nice ones too.
He's got some nice boats down there. The pontoon boats, aluminum boats. 5 different brands of boats just right there. Bullet, Phoenix, Allison. He's got connections with all those. You go down there and see one or two sitting there at his place. And all types of aluminum boats, Express.
Yeah.
And
That's a nice boat, that Express.
it is. It looks like a barge. I'm telling you, it's huge. That thing is huge, and be plenty of room for us to fish and sleep all at the same time in that boat.
No doubt about that.
Yes, sir. You can stay all night, part of the next day. And then we go to the Knox Area Rescue Ministries. Anything you can do to help those people would be greatly appreciated. Also, Tim's Tire there at Harriman. You truckers, shucks, truck tires everywhere. Domestic tires, the truck tires take up so much room, so he's got them stacked up outside. They do a lot of vulcanizing, punctures and that kind of thing, retreading carcasses if they're good. Just on and on for the truckers, and then your domestic tires. He's got all kinds of brands, any brand you want, pretty much, and sizes, foreign and domestic and foreign models. He can get you about whatever you want there, and check those folks out. Then we come to Citizens First Bank. 5 locations right here close, and you heard their CEO and President Billy Rice on the show before, and he says they'll be competitive with anybody else. All kinds of electronic banking, anything that you might need. So remember those folks for sure. And then Edgemore Outdoors. This number 1. Can't beat them. I do know Jim was at a trade show, I think, a couple of weeks ago, and I haven't got to go by and see what he's bought because I'm afraid I can't get in the door.
Yeah.
He's always looking and for new things that's out and this, that, and the other. So if you need any baits or tackle, go by and see him. And they did have the Bill Nichols special on. I guess today was the last day.
Yeah.
On those Shimano rods and reels. So I don't know. If you might talk Jim into giving you a little reprieve there and get one tomorrow, maybe.
Well, he told me he wasn't going to let you carry any more rods out the door. That's for sure.
Well, I don't blame him for that, Mike. That's embarrassing. I'll tell you. I never even got out to the truck with it and broke it. So that just goes to show you those things will break.
Most definitely.
Without a doubt. And then we get to the sign shop. I appreciate Amy and Adrian, taking care of all my printing needs and sign needs, and then I'll put a plug in for the print shop up there in Clinton. Charlie Lane has helped me a time or two also on the printing things, and the sign shop at Harriman does all the signs and that kind of thing, and prints up does some logos on the shirts for me. So I want to thank all them. But do remember those sponsors. I don't talk about them enough, but we can't put the show on without them, and I'd like to continue keeping them, so let them know that you appreciate that. I will tell you this. Talk with Corey Davison, and me and Corey and Will's going to make another little fishing trip here in a few days.
Yeah, that's what I heard from his mama.
Yeah. So we're just trying to wait till we can get the time together. We're going to try to do it before school starts, but I hear they got to go one day next week maybe, and then the following week they start. So here in the next few days, Corey is trying to build a building at his house, and he was tied up, and I've been tied up really bad. But we are going to try to make another trip here in the next few days, and we may be bank fishermen, or we may be cat fishermen. We ain't decided yet, but we are going to go back fishing and try to get that young man. I tell you what, it was just an awesome show with him, and listening to him laugh, Mike, and cut up. I just had a ball.
Oh yeah, yes sir.
And he's telling his dad that we got to go practice casting.
Yeah.
That's what the deal is. He wants to go and practice his casting so he'll be ready for the next trip. But we're looking forward to that, and hope to get some more footage on that whenever we make that trip. So that's for sure. Eli Copeland, I think you're going to be the winner of the photo of the month again.
Looks that way.
It looks that way. Them walleye done it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you had 3 or 4 good photos there, but I think the walleye, you and your grandpa, there they are on the screen right now. Man,
makes me hungry looking at them.
I know it. So sometimes it ain't the prettiest bass wins, Mike. Yeah, it's hard to beat them walleye folks. So Eli, I'm gonna get you another shirt, and you just I'll get in contact with you and send you an email, and you can let me know if you want your size or what you want. So you'll be the photo of the month winner for the month of July, and then we'll right in here to August be tomorrow, so we'll start again. So you guys, viewers that get a good picture and want to send it in, please do so. We'll get you a Let's Go Fishing shirt, and then you can wear it, and advertise for me, and let everybody know you watch the show, because you're going to run into people that don't know we got a show.
That's right.
I guarantee you.
Right.
So we'll put Eli down here for the winner of July, Mike, and go on from there. And we're working on August right now. So get us those photos, folks. We'd like to have them, and I am saving them all and putting them in a little scrapbook. One of these days, look at them and say, man, I wish we'd catch them like that.
I hear you. I hear you.
So you remember that for sure, and we'll go from there. Let's see, Mike. I guess we probably need to take Herschel, give us a couple of minutes to get a drink of water, will you? All right, we'll do that. We come back, we'll get into our tournament schedule and take some call-ins.
Yeah, that's what's so good about seeing fellers that's up older that's still able to catch them fish.
Oh, yeah.
And enjoy it, too.
Yes, sir. Well, fishing with Bill, the last, the only bad thing I hate is Dad's not able to do it with us.
Yeah.
If he was able, it just.
Oh, man.
All right. Give us a minute, Herschel. All right, folks, we're back. Man, had to get a little drink of water there, Mike. You're about to dry me out here.
I heard that.
Doing all the talking, I don't know what, you ain't giving me much help. Listen, we got looking over tournaments here. A lot of the tournaments are winding down. Some of them's already finished up and that kind of thing. I had good intentions going to Milton Hill Monday afternoon and trying to film some of the weigh-ins over there on this past Monday on Monday night. But if I don't make it, I didn't make it, so I want to try my best to get over there Monday night, and maybe even Tuesday night for a few minutes, kind of see some of the same people fish 2 or 3 nights a week over there. I know the Jim Williams there at Edgemore, his 2 sons are fishing on Thursday night because that's the night they get off and can get over there. And Brian Hazel and his group, they're over there fishing all the time. So I've been trying to get to that bunch. I just haven't had a chance. It's just a lot of things been going on the last couple of weeks around my place, and it's kind of kept me tied up. But hopefully I can get freed up here this week and next week and get over there and do some filming at Milton Hill. It might even try to fish a little bit over there. So we'll see what goes on. The catfish guys will be at Caney Creek August the 9th. See, that's from 7 p.m. to 2 a.m. That's a night tournament. You folks that's interested in fishing that, like I said, get with Marty Carpenter. He's the president of the club. 310-1328. 1328 is Marty's cell number. Get with those folks there and get in on that catfish trail down there at Caney Creek on the 9th. And then there's a tournament on the 9th and 10th out of Ladd Landing. It's a 5x3 tournament. You've probably heard of that tournament trail that this guy I told you about last week. They make clothing and that kind of thing. And he wanted to expand that into the fishing. They've already had some tournaments going on already, but this is a 2-day event. If you want to get in on that at Ladd Landing, I think it's $150 per boat. And they're going to have if you pre-register on Friday night, you're going to be able to eat, Mike. They're going to feed you. And if you wait till Saturday morning to get in, you won't get to eat.
Get to eat.
It's too late, yeah. So, if you was going to fish it, I'd get down there Friday afternoon.
That's right.
And get your meal there. They're going to have something catered in, maybe some barbecue or barbecue chicken or something there, kind of guy said. So that'd be a good thing there for sure. The other thing, Mike, what you got else on the Heartland?
Well, this weekend, the only one I see is Milton Hill, Carbide Park Ramp, August the 2nd. And after that, you can go to the next weekend, be August the 9th, be Caney Creek, fishing there. Got another one that's Percy Priest. You don't want to go down there, I don't think.
No, I'm not interested in Percy Priest, not right now at the moment.
I think it's the North, wasn't it? No, Tellico Ramp, August the 8th.
August the 8th, yeah. That's on Friday afternoon, ain't it?
I think so.
Yeah. Jacob Mashburn and that boy, yeah. Don Little, okay.
Washbar Lake, that's August the 16th. That's 2 weeks.
Wait a minute. The 8th is on Saturday. I do believe.
No, the 9th is on Saturday.
That's right.
Be Friday night.
Okay.
Concord, they got one over there on the 9th, Fort Loudon. And this here's August the 16th down at Ladd Landing. If you want to go down there, that's a couple of weeks away.
Yeah.
And
the canal, the Fort Loudon Tellico ramp is on Friday evening, starts at 7 p.m. and ends at 2 a.m. on Saturday morning. So that's a Friday night tournament.
Friday night tournament.
Yeah, sure is. And
there ain't too many left, but there's a few if you want to fish the next 2 or 3 weekends.
Yeah.
You can find one somewhere.
All right, let's get this first caller right here. Hello, caller.
Hello, is this Steve?
Yes, sir.
This is Andrew Howard up here at Rocky Top Outdoors. How are you tonight, sir?
Hey, Andrew, man, good to hear from you. I'm doing great. Now that you've called in, that's great, man. I hope you're getting to watch the show.
I'm watching it right now. Looks like you got a really good thing going on for you.
Well,
great show. You did a great job with the advertising, and we're happy to be partners with you, Steve.
Man, I'm glad to have you, Andrew. Sure am. I'm glad you're pleased with what you see, and I think Mike does a pretty good job. He just needs somebody to help him.
Yeah.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys, and I know the viewers really appreciate the show, and you guys just keep on keeping on doing a good job there. Hopefully, we'll see some big fish on some episodes in the future.
All right, man. I appreciate that, Andrew. We want to get up and get with you and get on the water and do some fishing, and I know you're a working man and I am too. It's hard for us to get together.
It's just part of life. We'll get together in the near future and hopefully put something together pretty soon.
All right, man. Listen, I appreciate you calling in. Thanks for the good praises there.
All right, you guys have a good night. Thanks, Steve.
All right, thank you, Andrew.
Bye.
Okay. Bye, buddy. All right, that's good to hear from him, Mike. Hello, caller.
Hello, Steve. Hello, Mike.
What do you say, Mike?
Hey, Mike.
How we doing tonight, guys?
Well, we're doing pretty good. We're still working on the lights for the boat, but we haven't got them yet.
Well, I noticed that.
Dadgummit.
Hey, after we talked last week, Willie Word called me, and they were down at the Dr. Tom Fuller boat ramp last Thursday night as we were talking on TV, and had a meeting with the fishermen down there, Willie and Bud Strader. Bud Strader's teaming up with Willie on getting the Tennessee Sportsman going. And Willie called me, and I told him my situation, but I would support him any way I could. So they've got it started, and it's got to be good for the fishermen around Watts Bar Lake.
Well, Mike, there's no doubt, because I give Willie your phone number. That's how he got in touch with you. And, we're on board, too. Whatever, Mike and I are whatever we got to do to help out, and I'm glad to hear that Bud's involved.
Yeah, that'll be a good deal. Of course, I can't get out and drive or anything, but any way I can help them, I'll certainly help them and be able to donate a little bit to them, too, and because they're going to be, I'm sure, putting Christmas trees in. They're going to need gas money for that. Planting trees to go on their area of water down here on Watts Bar, and that's got to be a plus.
Right.
I said last week after Jack Raines had called in that, of course, I love Watts Bar Lake.
Right. I do too.
It is a great lake, but somebody pointed out to me on the phone that heard me on TV. I haven't really fished Watts Bar in the last 5 years.
Right.
And the fact of nobody's catching many small fish is not a good sign. When you don't get those small ones, you know something's going on with a particular year hatch.
Agreed.
So I sit there and I started thinking about it. I probably outspoke myself there. I was talking about how great our lake is, but I haven't been on our lake in going on 5 years now. So we need some help, and I think with the Tennessee Sportsman working with the Tennessee Wildlife, can do nothing but help Watts Bar Lake.
Yeah, I agree 100%, Mike, and I know you can be a big help in that thing with just what you're doing, word of mouth, phone calls, and knowing the people to talk to, and that kind of thing, and we're going to back them 100%. because we need the same thing that Norris has got and Watts Bar, and hopefully it'll spread to Loudon Teleco and on, you know, to working with TWRA and TVA to keep our reservoir, you know, fishing good.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, this is a good start. Like I say, Willie and Bud Strader had a talk with some of the fishermen. I'm sure they'll continue to do that all around some of these tournaments, you know, and get as many people involved as they can, and that'll help. But just wanted to add that and keep working on that lighting system, and I'll be sitting here with my rear end on the couch waiting for a good lit up fishing show.
All right, man. We gonna do that. Me and Mike was even talking about getting those LED lights from Willie and putting them on the inside of the boat and even get more lighting. So we're working on it. We just haven't got it finished.
Are, buddy.
I appreciate it.
Okay, guys. I appreciate you, and if I do anything for you, just holler at me.
All right, Mike. Thank you, buddy.
See you now.
All right, man.
He was talking about that sportsman. Every county needs that. I mean,
True.
Not just Anderson County, Roane County, but every county needs it, whether they're into the fishing or the hunting or whatever. You know, they need it for all sports activity like that.
Well, you know, you take
even if it's four-wheeling up on Windrock.
Yeah.
You know, they need to be involved in it.
Yeah, you're true, Mike. Exactly right. There's a it gives you a voice. You know, you have these commissioners meet once a year for TWRA, and they're controlling, you know, pretty much the reservoirs and or the fish habitat and stuff, and the hatcheries and this kind of thing. So you know, they meet and nobody knows anything a whole lot about it. It doesn't keep up with it. Where that task force, the Sportsman Association, would know when they're meeting, where they're meeting at, and could have some representatives show up and say, "Hey, we'd like to see this."
Yeah,
You know? So it's a voice that we need to get going, and I want to try to get with Willie and see what they need and put it out here on the show for doing it, and so it's going to be a big help, and I hope they continue. I hope they make this thing work, and they've got my help on anything I can help them with.
There's several counties that probably ain't got no lakes, but they may have some streams, but they got plenty of deer hunting or bird hunting or something, some kind of sports activity that all the people in that county do, you know, or people go to that county to do. And, they need help with it to know what the direction they need to go with.
Yeah, I got you. One quick thing, we don't have but a minute. August the 2nd, Watts Bar Lake, Tom Fuller Park. You've got the Volunteer Bass Trail, and I hear that thing's doing good, paying back real good money. That's the James Knuckles and the Phoenix Boat Trail. Get down there Friday night and register, and then August the 2nd, Saturday, and Safe Light. So make sure you remember that. I hate I didn't get to go into more detail with that, James. I'll get with you in a few days. Folks, want to say God bless you, and remember to vote. And Thursday night we won't have a show, and for a good reason.
Good reason, too.
So we'll see you the following Thursday.